Hello and welcome to this VoiceOver Maker audio player tutorial. I'll show you how to automatically convert your website articles into an audio file, so that your visitors on your website can also listen to the articles. To do this, I now click on the audio player menu item. As an example, I have a WordPress site on which we want to integrate the audio player. This is the news page where we want to embed the audio player. VoiceOver Maker then recognizes this text and creates an audio file from it, which is then automatically loaded into the audio player. To add an audio player, I click Add Website Audio Player. With VoiceOver Maker Audio Player, you can easily convert all your website articles to audio in less than 5 minutes. This is the example audio player that you can configure yourself. More about that in a moment. Now we need the top-level domain of the website. I'll copy this into the appropriate field. Now we still have to select the URL of the article so that VoiceOver Maker recognizes it as unique, so we select the appropriate regular expression under Aloud path. There are already predefined values here. I now select the last entry that matches my corresponding URL. It is important that the pages are recognized as unique, otherwise it can happen that pages are scanned twice. Now I configure the audio player. In the preview above we see color change accordingly. You can change background color, text color, and main color. I can also show and hide various options. Now I activate the function that VoiceOver Maker automatically creates the audio file from the scanned pages immediately after scanning. I now also choose the voice and language that should be used for the audio files.
This is an example. It shows you how this voice sounds.
I can of course check the voice again in this dialog. But for me everything is okay. So I choose this voice now. Now I click on Create Audio Player. The audio player has now been created. Now I'll paste the script and HTML code into my web page. In this example I'm using a WordPress site. The script should be inserted before the body close tag. I will now edit the footer template in the WordPress backend and insert the script there. Paste it and click Save. Next we have to add the audio player to the corresponding template for the news page. I'll copy the audio player HTML code now. I now go to the editor for the news template. This is the news page. This is where I want to insert the audio player. I click on the position where I want to insert the audio player. There I choose Custom HTML and pasting the code. So that VoiceOver Maker only recognizes the news text, I add a corresponding CSS class to the news content block. I have already inserted the CSS class here. There are various CSS selectors that VoiceOver Maker uses to recognize the content. You can also find these CSS selectors in the audio player overview, which I will show you in a moment. First I will save my changes. These are the CSS selectors that VoiceOver Maker scans one by one. As soon as the first CSS selector is found, the content is taken from this HTML element. Now I open the news pages so that VoiceOver Maker recognizes them, which means that each page has to be opened once for the scanning process to start. We now see an error in the audio player. This is displayed because there is no audio file yet. Now I open this, there I see all the pages that are being scanned. The scanning process takes a few minutes. After scanning, the audio file is then created, since we have activated this option. As we can see, the first page has already been scanned and the text content of the news is displayed here. Next the audio file will be created. This also takes a few minutes. You don't have to wait for it here and you can basically leave the page. So now all the audio files have been created. You can now listen to them.
Text linguistics is a field of study where texts are treated as.
If you want to adjust the audio file or the text again, you can of course do that here as well. So now let's take a look at the news pages, because now we can listen to the news there in the audio player.
Text linguistics is a field of study where texts are treated as communication systems. Traditionally, a text is understood to be a piece of written or spoken material in its primary.
That's it. Now all news is automatically made available as audio content. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe. See you next time.